5 questions men ask when they fall in love with you. In this video, we're going to be talking about what actually happens for a man when he starts to fall in love, what thoughts are running through his mind, and what questions are he asking himself about his relationship with you, what this means, where it's heading, all those thoughts, anxieties, questions, curiosities he might have. We're going to cover that in this video. So if you're ready to know exactly what's going on inside of a man's mind, to have the relationship that you want, go ahead and comment, "I'm ready," below in the comments now. So hi, I'm Brody Boyd. I'm a Magnetize Your Man expert, and for over 13 years, I've helped single men to attract the right woman that they want. So I have a unique perspective into what makes the male brain work, what men want, how they think. We're going to be talking more about that in the video today. So thanks for being a man magnet, and we acknowledge you so much for taking this time to improve your love life. If you like anything in my background, my outfit, the content, or anything in the video, please give it a like now. I'd really appreciate it. And also make sure to subscribe and hit the bell below as well for more incredible free videos to attract the man that you want quickly. And also make sure to share this video with a girlfriend or two who you think could benefit from this unique info and powerful dating insights. And lastly, go ahead and watch the video all the way through for a surprising bonus question I'm going to include at the end as well. So let's go ahead and dive in with powerful question number 5 that he may be asking himself. The question he's asking himself when he starts to fall in love with you, which is, can we complement each other? So men want to know if they're going to engage in a relationship with you. If he's starting to fall in love, he's starting to get those feelings, and he's considering if he wants to keep seeing you, if he wants to commit, how deep he actually wants to go. He's going to start considering, do you guys actually complement each other? Do you make a good match? Not just as lovers, but as life partners. And that's about complementary energies, complementary thought processes, complementary goals. So one of the big things with complementariality, I'm going to make up that word, is masculine, feminine energy. So he wants to know if he's going to take the masculine role in the relationship, if he's going to be the protector, the provider, making, those important decisions, planning things out, that he's going to be able to take that role, that you're going to appreciate him for that. Or if you're going to try to take that role from him, or if you're going to try to be the pursuer, the chaser, the protector, the provider. So he needs to know that those roles are clearly defined so that he knows if he's going to get into a relationship with you, that you guys are not going to be butting heads constantly and arguing about who's in control and who's trying to take the leadership and who's going to be the lead and the follow, just like in a dance. That's going to need to be figured out ahead of time. So if he knows that you're both complementing each other in that way, he's going to feel safe and feel good about taking the next steps, that you guys will be able to have a harmonious, happy relationship. You're going to have passion, you're going to have chemistry, you're going to have polarity, and not that you guys are just going to be both roommates, buddies, or become competitive with each other at some point. So it's very important to get that clarified right away. Question number 4 that he'll likely be asking himself as he starts to fall in love and feel feelings for you is, do I add value to her life? Is he able to actually make you happy? Is he able to add value? Are you valuing what he's bringing to the table, such as his masculine energy, or him being the protector and provider, your knight in shining armor, or simple things like his ability to solve problems for you, or figure things out, or be a good lover, or be a good partner, be a good listener, do different things that you value. He wants to know that he can add value, because that's one of the fundamental masculine drives is, can I add value? Can I make this woman happy? Can I add value to the world? And if a man feels like he can't make you happy, if he can't add value, if there's nothing he can do to win with you, he's not going to want to pursue a relationship. He's going to try to bow out and let those feelings die, because he's going to be afraid that you're not going to actually value him long term, that you don't actually want a man in your life, or you don't want him in your life, or that he can't be secure in the fact that he can actually provide you what you feel you want or feel that you need. So that's going to be an important aspect that he's going to look for as well in the relationship. So if you're liking any of this content so far, or actually go ahead and comment below. First off, I'd love to hear which country or state are you watching from. I'm always curious to hear that from the listeners here. So number 3, the third question he's likely going to be asking himself is she self-aware? Does she realize when she is being XYZ, when she is maybe being overly bitchy or overly jealous or overly insecure or overly needy or overly clingy or overly angry or emotional or frustrated or frustrating. So he wants to know that you have some degree of self-awareness. Was it Aristotle who said, know thyself? Or maybe that was Socrates. Know thyself. Do you know yourself? Are you aware? Are you self-aware? I remember when me and my wife were dating, we had a moment one time in my apartment in San Francisco where she told me, a part of me wants to manipulate you right now. I don't know, something had happened. Maybe I did something that she didn't like. And she told me, a part of me wants to manipulate you right now. And I'm like, wow, okay, tell me more. And she explained to me, when you said this thing, I felt like I was really resentful and I wanted to manipulate you and guilt trip you into doing whatever, feeling bad or, giving me what I wanted. So we had this conversation and I was super impressed because she was able to actually verbalize which a part of her wanted to do, because it's not all of you. You have multiple parts inside of yourself. You might say multiple personalities. We all kind of have multiple personalities, multiple parts. A part of you may actually try to manipulate men to get what you want, to use your sex or to use guilt or shame or criticism to try to get a man to do what you want. Now, it's super powerful, and this is what will help him to feel safe, is when you actually can notice when those parts of you are coming out, when the bitchy part of you is coming out, when the jealous part is coming out, or the anxious, insecure part is coming out, and actually just tell him, my insecurity is coming out right now, and I'm getting a little scared that you might leave, or scared that you are losing interest or whatever, or scared that we're not going to work out. And it's powerful because when you can tell him those things, you might be really afraid to tell him those things, but when you do, he actually builds trust and he actually builds respect because he can see that you actually see what's going on for yourself. Most women are not able to actually explain that, not actually able to even be self-aware enough to know that those things are coming up for them. They just do it. They're just getting emotional. They're just getting dramatic, creating drama. But when you have that emotional self-awareness, it's super impressive, and it helps a man to see, wow, this is a wife material here. This is a woman I could see the rest of my life with. So very important point. Question number two he'll likely be asking himself is, will she protect my heart? Will she protect my heart? And this goes back to fundamental elements we were talking about trust, about loyalty, about reliability, about that you say what you mean, that you're not trying to do little white lies with him or tell him things that may not be true to try to make him feel better or to avoid any drama. Because these little tiny things also break little bits of trust that can make a man say, oh yeah, well, I'm definitely not going to have a long-term relationship with her, but I'll still have fun. But he just, in his unconscious, he might not even think this consciously, but he'll just feel like, she's not a relationship material for me. I'm sure she'll make some other guy happy, but not for me. He doesn't want to deal with it. He doesn't want to risk it. Maybe he's had experiences in the past where a woman cheated on him, or she betrayed his trust, or she lied to him, manipulated him, took something from him, betrayed him in some way, talked bad about him behind his back, criticized him, made him feel insecure, made him feel like less of a man. So if he's had those experiences, or he's seen that happen to some of his family, like his dad or other family members or his friends, he's going to be very wary of allowing himself to fall more in love with you. And he's going to start putting a stop on those feelings because he's going to want to protect himself, just as you would probably as well in a similar situation. So you want to make sure you're sending those signals to a man that you are loyal. When you're in a relationship, you are loyal, you're trustworthy. And hey, if you made mistakes in the past, that's okay. You don't have to hide them. Just admit it to him. Admit what you did and what you learned from that, how you learned from that. That's the biggest thing. There's an old saying in Confucianism that he who makes a mistake and doesn't learn from it makes two mistakes. So as long as you learn from your mistake, you're doing fine. That's the process of growth. That's the process of being a human. We all make mistakes. We all learn. But to learn the lesson, some people don't get that lesson, and they continue to make those mistakes over and over again, and that's where their relationships are sucky, to use the vernacular, over and over and over again, and not great, amazing, empowering relationships, quality relationships. So be honest, be open, be trustworthy, be loyal, and you will likely then attract a guy who's also trustworthy, who's also loyal, who's also reliable, and your heart will feel safe, his heart will feel safe, and you'll have an amazing relationship, and he'll want that amazing relationship with you. So if you're liking this content so far, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Again, share it with a girlfriend and subscribe for more great future videos like this, unique insights. Love to help you out with that moving forward. The number one question he's probably going to be asking himself when you start falling in love is, will we grow together? Growth, if you're not growing, you're dying. So if you're having a relationship, if a relationship is going to last long term, you have to be growing. And most men, at least unconsciously, know that you guys have to be able to help each other in some way. If you guys are just toxic with each other, meaning that every time you guys are together for long periods of time or traveling, you guys end up fighting, because those are the times when it's going to be most stress. If you guys are fighting, you guys are not bringing out the best in each other, you're triggering each other, you're not able to have empowering conversations, you're not able to be aware of each other's issues, parts. We all, again, have things that we're still dealing with from childhood, things that happened. We all have those things. It's about how do you deal with that in the relationship, because that's going to allow him to feel like, wow, we could really grow together. I could see her as a life partner. I could see her as someone I could share the rest of my life with and enjoy and actually build things together, such as maybe you're going to start a business together. Maybe you're going to help some organizations or, donate to different causes, your church, become leaders of some kind, inspire others, inspire your kids, inspire his kids if he has them, or have them together. So to be that inspiration, to be that beacon of light, to be that beacon of hope and to help, that's going to be important, because that's going to add to your relationship together. And it's a spiritual component as well. So will you grow together on all levels? That's going to be an important question. He's going to need to know from you that it's there. So before I share my bonus secret, go ahead and comment below. You may want to pause or take a moment. How do you typically know when a man is starting to fall in love with you? I want to know, what do you see as the signs he's usually starting to fall in love? And he may be asking these questions. I'd be curious to hear your experience with that. And now my final bonus question for today is she in love with me too? So that's once a guy is feeling like, yes, it's a good fit. Yes, all these questions have been answered. He feels like he can trust you. He feels like you're protecting his heart. He feels like you can grow together. You have self-awareness, that he can add value to your life and make you happy, that you complement each other. Then he's going to want to know, is she in love with me too? Is she actually falling too? So that's where it will be important to actually be vulnerable and share your feelings. Also, once you can feel him starting to become more emotionally attached, and let him know that, yes, you're in this together. You have the same vision. You are both on the same page with that. And sometimes it's not always with your words. You may also just need to share with him with his love language. Maybe it's about giving him a hug, giving him a kiss, spending time with him, spending quality time, not being distracted and on your phone when you're with him. Or maybe it's a gift. Maybe you cook him dinner one night, or you bring him something for his birthday, or you introduce him to some new people, some new friends, whatever that might be. However you can share whatever helps him to feel loved the most, valuing him, appreciating him, complimenting him on what he adds to your life, letting him know the value he adds to your life. That's going to really help you to help him to feel like you're on the same page, and you can both start moving forward and moving deeper and becoming more connected, more intimate emotionally and in other ways together. So it's very important to also share that with him as well. So if this was helpful to you, I highly recommend next taking our free Magnetize Your Man quiz to attract your man for a loving, committed, and long-term relationship fast, and get clear on what those exact steps will be for you moving forward. So if you want to get that free quiz we have, all you have to do is go to mymquiz.com. I'll also put the link below in the description below this video. So go to mymquiz.com. You can get that free quiz for us and the free resources to help you attract your man quickly, specifically for you. And then next, if you haven't seen it already, I highly recommend watching my video, When a Man Loves You Deeply, he'll start saying these 5 things. So what will he actually start saying to you? These are questions he asks within himself, but what will he actually start saying to you that you know, okay, he is definitely starting to fall in love. So hope this is helpful. Much love, and I look forward to talking to you more on our next powerful training video very soon. Bye-bye.